Kia ora, lovely Virgos. This is your reading for what has been and is still reverberating this full moon in Libra. Libra, always about balanced or trying to achieve that kind of balance, negotiation, judgment, all of that kind of stuff. So let's have a look for you, Virgo, see what's coming out for you. We have the moon. Well, maybe it's revealed something to you. You've become aware of something that you weren't before. Oh, God, excuse me. There's been an illumination of sorts, possibly. Let's just keep going. Could be in regards to anything. Remember, these are incredibly general readings. We seem to have the Nine of Wands coming up quite a lot throughout the various readings here, and you know, I do always make sure that the cards are well and truly shuffled. So the Nine of Wands, it's as if something's been stalled for a while. But I would imagine from this point it will start to speed up, whatever that happens to be. The Nine of Wands classically is about the wounded warrior archetype. They've always been on defense. But I do get a stalling for some reason. Maybe you just at this time are more aware of that, or you're just looking for some illumination to it, or for the situation, whatever it happens to be. But let's just see, Virgo. So yeah, the wounded warrior, I mean, that sort of archetype of defensive behaviour, or always been on the defensive, and often it's more of a habit, you know. It certainly has a relationship to experiences from the past, which, as I mentioned before, possibly in another reading, that, you know, those experiences from the past can operate like anchors for us, preventing us from, you know, moving on from that point. Doesn't mean we eradicate, you know, our life experience. It just means that we are able to get things moving and new things happening from that point on. We have the Hierophant, a card of what I see as information being offered or given to you. Hidden. You know, it's a card of clergy in some ways, in a traditional sense, but there's far more to it than that. I do often see it as, you know, hidden information that is somehow offered to you, and sometimes via institutions, or if you're working within an institution or a structure, you know, a structure. I mean, it could be a business or anything like that, but it's more larger sort of institution. So let's see, moving forward for Virgo, please. We get the Devil card in the Thoth deck. It's about living fully, in your full appreciation of what life's fruits, the pleasures, the material pleasure of life, the people in your life. But we also see, of course, because there are always two sides to every coin, we do see the attachments or the thought forms that we create, or the attachments and bonds that sometimes aren't that healthy. So, as with everything, there's always two sides to every story, isn't there? So let's go through and clarify, Virgo. Let's have a look at this moon. Mutuality, balance. We have the Two of Cups, the consummate card of harmony and balance, and the Six of Discs, another card of beautiful balance in terms of generosity. It's a very gentle kind of thing, isn't it? You know, is what it feels like to me. A very loving place. This generosity is just offered freely, so there's no agenda attached to it, and there isn't really any to this either. It's a mutuality. It's mutual. Excuse me. Let's have a look at the well, we had the Queen of Cups coming out. Queen of Cups. Self-sustaining. Really, it's like, whoof, you know, that tide just like in and out. Her cup never needs to be replenished. It's just a natural flow here, which sums up this actually as well. It's in a natural kind of flow. In fact, you have faith in that. That's part of the reason why it continues. Queen of Swords, another queen. Heart and mind in unison. What does that offer us? An incredible balance. Actually, an incredible focus in our will center here. The Queen of Clarity. Let's have a look at the Nine of Wands, please. There's something you're understanding here. That once what you didn't actually necessarily see as an offering, you now see. What that does is broaden everything out. I mean, it just makes things a lot wider, a lot bigger. It's very Jupiter-like. It's going to offer you this expansive landscape, which possibly before you just saw that small tree on a hill and cut off at both sides. But now you're seeing something far more expansive. And it's opened and broadened your opportunities actually for you. Virgo. Hierophant is connected with this. Is connected with this. As I say, that the Emperor comes out. Very structured, controlled. Rules and regulations. But the consummate father figure at the same time. Like Mr. Big, you know. I mean, the Emperor is like that. It's a slightly confusing reading, Virgo. Often your readings are, actually. We get the two. So there's a decision that's been made somewhere through here. Whether it's about what you do choose to see as offerings or what you don't. Could be. Nevertheless, you're basing your decision on what your gut actually is telling you, is your gut, your intuition here, with the Two of Swords. Yeah. So we have the High Priestess. Oh, it's quite deep stuff, Virgo. It is quite deep. You know, there's some interesting planetary things going on at the moment, which I won't go into because I'm not an astrologer, but you know, and Pluto has been, you know, I often get this with Virgo readings, that there is a sort of delving back down in there quite deeply, and it goes to a sort of father figure or fathery archetype. Whether that's in your world around you, you know, your actual physical world, your issues with or dealings with or whatever it is. But the High Priestess would indicate that you really, with this, you see the new moon in both these cards, because there is time. It's not like an immediate decision. Is the decision to take on board some new information, to expand your horizons, whatever it happens to be. I don't know. But the High Priestess invites you in, just as the Hierophant invites you to take that key. And it's up to you whether you see that or not. Moving forward. Devil, please. This card of appreciating life's gifts, you know, this is like stubborn. We get two cards coming out. Yeah, we get a card of, you know, the Three of Swords. We know the Three of Swords. It's about grief. It's about heart, pain. You know, we all know what this is. And with that, we have the Knight of Swords. Very fast, sweeping through, clearing things out. I mean, whether you're having a sort of, you know, one of those, I don't know, clearing out, culling moments, Virgo, or spring cleaning, or autumn cleaning, you know. On a really basic level, if you are doing that at the moment, it's only going to be quite a healing activity for you, is what I get at this time. So it's interesting reading. Let's get a Brian Froud, Pixie and Fairy. Just see for Virgo. Pardon me. Yeah, I do see this as a it's like a rejigging of sorts. New understandings or new opportunities or understanding more about yourself. We have Glominous Doom to begin with. This is a card of allowing something to pass through. It's sort of what I was getting with this Queen of Cups. That she allows that tide to, she's within that and she's not wavered by it. It passes through. And with this, we digest. You know, it's like baby burps. It's just a process, you know. Especially when there's new information involved. You can start burping a lot. I mean, literally, you know. There's a different frequency in your world at the moment, and you're adjusting to it. But honestly, Virgo, what it's going to give you, apart from healing, is this. Is a new infusion of love on every level. A new infusion of life force. I mean, look at this. Glorious, gorgeous card. It is feeling that chi, key, that life force. And it's just a process. Upping your own ante, I think. Elevation of sorts. So on that note, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed that reading. And thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes, because it really helps me to keep it all going. And I just had to include my new poster because I love it. Jellyfish. Okay. Take good care. We'll see you next time, Virgo. Bye.